Hey guys, welcome back to another update video. So, guys, today is June 16th of 2017, and so today is the day that Cars 3 was released in theaters. And I have not seen it yet. I'm going to see it soon, hopefully soon, because I got some big plans for that movie. And so, before we get into anything else, actually, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. And so, I'm going to plan on doing this once I see the movie, obviously, because I have not seen the movie yet. So, but I wanted to get the thumbnail for this video made beforehand, so it was all done. And I need to do it once I got that video done and everything. I can just upload it along with the thumbnail. And so, yeah, I'm going to be doing a movie review once I see Cars 3 in theaters. And once I do, I'll do a review over it and talk about it. Talk about my opinions and thoughts over the movie. And so, for what I've heard from articles, reading articles today, being Friday the 16th of June, the people that saw it at the midnight release last night, the 15th of June, which was Thursday, they said they really enjoyed it. They thought it was way better than Cars 2, which, for what I could tell, it's going to be, and they just really enjoyed it. Some people thought it was a little rushed, which wouldn't surprise me because from the trailers I could tell that it might be rushed or it might not be. So I had not seen the movie yet, so I can't really tell if it's going to be rushed in my opinion, in my personal opinion. But for what I could tell, I probably should be prepared for that, just in case, if I do feel that way. But overall, from what I could tell, Cars 3 is going to be a great movie. It's probably going to be my favorite one. Alpha 3 possibly is a possibility, but I had to see it first before I actually confirmed that to be an actual thought or opinion. As you can see, guys, I watched the other two, the first two, Cars 2 and the Cars 1, over again, and I did a review on those. I posted those in my Instagram account, which there's a link for that down below in the description. You guys, in case you guys want to check those out and follow me if you guys want. And so yeah, I thought Cars 1 was like a 9 out of 10. I think it said it was like a 9.5 out of 10. And the only thing that I thought it was missing from that movie, from Cars 1, was that we didn't learn enough about McQueen. Because all we knew from Cars 1 was that he was a race car. He was a brand new hotshot rookie race car that just started the racing his racing career and ended up at Rainier Springs. It learns the valuable lesson of caring about others about others other than himself. And so yeah, and then Cars 2, I rated like a 6 out of 10, which I think that deserved that kind of rating because of the fact that the racing wasn't like the main story plot of the movie. It was the spy agents and the secret agents and Mayor being the main plot of the movie, and nobody liked that as the head plot of the movie. And in my opinion, I think if they switched around the plots of the movie, like having the racing, the World Grand Prix, and Lightning McQueen and Francesco Bernoulli being the main plot of the movie, and having Mayor and the secret agents like Finn and Holly Sheckwell being the secondary plot of the movie, I think it would be a way better movie if it was that way, if it was made that way. But I still enjoyed both of them for what they were, the Cars movies, because Cars, the first one, was actually the very first movie I ever saw in theaters, to be honest with you. And I still remember seeing that movie in theaters. And obviously I saw Cars 2 when it came out of theaters in 2011. I think I saw like the opening weekend, I think. And so hopefully I see Cars 3 on opening weekend as well, because it doesn't really feel complete if I don't see that movie in theaters the opening weekend, because I'm really pumped up for this movie, for what is shown in the trailers, the teasers, the TV spots, everything, and in the merchandising as well. And just to let you guys know, I did get the other two Giga Toys Cars 3 Lightning McQueens, the Rusty Sayre Target exclusive Lightning McQueen, which is very awesome. Highly recommend it if you guys really like Lightning McQueen. And if you guys like Cars 3 as well, I highly recommend getting this one. And also this one, which is the actual Cars 3 Lightning McQueen, which they actually call the metallic diecast Cars 3 Lightning McQueen. This is the same exact version as this here, just bigger and way more detailed. I gotta admit, move these little cars over here real quick so I can show you guys a better look. It's basically his design that he had on during the Florida 500 because I was kind of spoiled, but not that much because for what I saw, it was a Russian version of the movie, so I didn't get to hear all the characters' voices and English accent. And so I saw the visuals of somewhat of the Florida 500, but not the entire race. But I saw the Russian version, so technically I wasn't really shocked at all, really. But I'll still be shocked by the voices of what they're actually saying because I couldn't understand what they were saying. So yeah, so that's what I thought of what I saw from the Florida 500, but I didn't see the entire race, which thank God I didn't because I get spoiled by the whole thing. But if I saw it, it probably would have been what I predicted that would happen. So yeah, which if you guys probably don't know, I predict that really Lightning McQueen is gonna end up winning the Florida 500. Just because it's a Disney movie, so you guys had to have the good guys win in the end. The bad guys don't really deserve to win and at the end. But if the bad guys do win in a movie, they gotta have a reason to. So yeah. But most of the time, it's usually the good guys who win in the end. So yeah. So I'm pumped for Cars 3. I'm basically prepared for Cars 3. I got more of the diecast, like Destructor, Miss Frere, which is cool. Had a hard time finding Miss Frere, but I finally found her at my Walmart. That was the last one they had for when I picked her up. And I got a few more of the race cars. From the last time I showed you guys the diecast. I got this guy, this one, and then this one here. And the Case B, I think these three racers here are from Case B. So yeah. But all the other ones I got when the Cars 3 merchandise came out. So yeah. And I also picked up actually bought Oregon Toys R Us because Toys R Us had like a buy one get one 40% off on all the Cars stuff, the Star Wars stuff, everything. I was able to find get Star Wars stuff on sale that was available. So, but I did find some of the Precision Series cars. Like Doc Hudson, Ramon, Sarge, and Sheriff. I was lucky enough to get a hold of Sarge and Sheriff when Toys R Us still had them online because after I ordered them, all four of these, I bought them for a very good deal, I gotta admit. Toys R Us took off Sarge and Sheriff off their website, so I was really lucky to get a hold of them when I did. And it's good that I found what I did because if I didn't, they probably would have been gone when I found them. So yeah, really lucky to get those four. A few weeks ago, and I also got in the mail like weeks ago, it was like way back, but I got the 40th anniversary Smuggler's Bounty box with way out of the box. And I also got, which is really awesome, I got the Funko Pop Luke Skywalker with his land spear, which I really like. As you can see, guys, I just have it displayed on my shelf because I just think it looks really cool. And it really deserves to be on my shelf. On one of my shelves at least. And I gotta admit, even though it doesn't bobble all that much like the other ones that I have, like the Rebels ones I have set up in their boxes, it still looks really cool. It is really cool to have on your shelf as such, on my shelf personally and all that, so yeah. I really do not regret getting this because I really liked this box. I think the big highlight was the Funko Pop, obviously, but the deluxe pop, obviously, but there's a few things in there that I wasn't really excited about because I think out of all of the boxes I got, in which I only got two of them, this one and the Rebels one, I think I like the Rebels one way better. But that's just my opinion. But I did find good things out of the 40th anniversary box, like the Funko Pop with Luke and the land spear, which is cool. And so yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that I actually got that box weeks ago when they were being sent out to everybody, that bomb. And so yeah, and so as you can see, guys, you probably wonder where all my Xbox consoles are. My Xbox One and 360 consoles are. I moved them out of my room, which is the guy relief because if you guys have those consoles or whatever, or any type of consoles, you'll probably get that there's hot warm air coming out of the vents out of those consoles, and they were basically literally blowing in my face. And I was basically getting hot and such. And the fact that I live in a 2-level house, and I'm living on my on the upper level of my house, it's not as cool as it is on the lower level. So yeah, doesn't help much either. The heat from the consoles didn't really help much either. So yeah, I had to move them. And the fact that they would take up space on my desk and my one shelf over here, I just needed to move them, get them out of here, and such. And it was basically making a mess out of the cords because I got so many cords such back. I had so many cords back here. Now I don't have as many anymore because I took most of them out because there was a lot of them connected to my consoles and such. So yeah, all that's cleaned up down there for me. In my opinion, it's a relief because it's not much of a mess now. So yeah, but I take you guys down my basement into my studio to show you guys what really changed and show you my new area for video gaming to play my video games, my Xbox games. So yeah, and then we'll end off the update video, and then that's gonna be it. So yeah, so let's go to my studio and then end off. Okay guys, before I get to what I did to my studio as such, I'm going to show you guys these books here, because I forgot to mention it while I was in my room. I did finish the Thrawn book at the first week of June. It was actually on June 1st that I actually finished this. I basically had no choice but to buy the audio book from audible.com so I could finish the book, because I had to admit this right now, I am just a slow reader. And I just found that listening to the audio while reading this book, following the audio word for word, and just following along in the book, really it got through the book faster. Helped me get through the book faster. And I just wish I did that from the very beginning. So yeah, and I gotta admit, whoever narrated this book, fantastic job. I really liked the audio so far, because so far the audio for this book is probably my favorite audio book out of all of them. I've only listened to Catalyst and this one, but out of the two, this one's my favorite. And by the end of the book, I was at the point where I was done finishing the book, the Thrawn book. I really liked the Thrawn novel and this Star Wars Thrawn book. I really enjoyed it. Like, there was no time that I got bored or anything. It just kept me interested, and that was great. I also picked up at Target the Rebel Rising book that's about Jyn and her relations with Saw Gerrera, which is good. I had not started reading it yet, but I will eventually down the road, because I got many other Star Wars books I got to read. So yeah, and I also picked up one of my weekends, one of the weekends in between the last update video and this one, I picked up Meet the Cars from the Cars franchise from all 3 movies. It does not have all the characters from all 3 movies, but mostly has the characters from Cars 3, which is great, because you get to learn way more about them before you see the movie. And I think this book came out at the same time as all the other merchandise did, which is great, because you get to learn more about the cars before you get to see the movie. At that time period, like a month and a half before you see the movie, before it comes out. But now, today's the day Cars 3 came out, so, yep. But really, it gave you a lot of backstory about some characters like Doc and Smokey and some of these other characters you'll see in Cars 3. Talk about Lightning McQueen's all of his different versions. Like, this is Cars 1, Cars 2, and then Cars 3. This is the one that he has in the 40500. This is the Rusty's Racing Star, and this is the one that he has at the very end of the movie. After the 40500, he basically gets the page up of this here, which is very similar to the fabulous Hudson Hornet. And so he was basically giving tribute to Doc Hudson by wearing this page up, with the saying the fabulous Lightning McQueen on the side, with the Rusty's logo at top, And then number 95 on all the cores, like okay, with the Fabulous Hudson Horror, where it had 51 on all the corners of the top of them, which is awesome. It was basically really similar to the Fabulous Hudson Horror, the look of Doc Hudson as a piston cup racer. So yeah, it really shocked me that McQueen did that, because he really looks really different with blue, with the color blue as his main color, because we've always been used to seeing McQueen with red. Now we get to see him with blue, with dark blue. It says here, as Cruz Ramirez, says crew chief, McQueen sports a deep sky blue paint job that pays homage to Doc Hudson, the Fabulous Hudson Horror. And that's all it really says, because we don't really get to see much of McQueen in this paint job. All that much of Cars 3, we'll see him in that paint job for like a minute. And that's the very end of the movie, so yeah. But for what I could tell, by just looking at this, I could tell that, and also take a look of a picture at Cruz, which I'll try to look for right now. I know she's, yep, here she is, right here. This style, she ends up becoming the new racer for Diaco when the next gen racers all come in. And Diaco didn't really have a next gen racer yet until they got a hold of Cruz at the end of the movie. And so, with McQueen having this style as inspired by the Fabulous Hudson Horror like this, and Cruz being the new Diaco racer, it makes me think that Disney and Pixar are leaving a big hole for a possibility of a Cars 4. Now, I know a lot of people are not going to be expecting that and don't really want Cars 4, which I understand. I really do understand, but I really do think they'll make one. They'll make a Cars 4 because of the merchandise. Because I read an article today about Cars 3, and they were saying that the reason why the Cars franchise was being so successful is because of the merchandise based off the franchise, the movies. Based off the movies. And it's not the theatrical films that are being so successful. It's really the merchandise of the movies. Yes, the movies were great, but it's not what's making Disney and Pixar make more of them. It's the merchandise that's proving Disney and Pixar that they should make more of these Cars movies. And so I think with this big success of Cars 3, I think that they're going to make a Cars 4 later on down the road. Like another 6 years from now, 7 years from now, so maybe. So there's a big possibility for a Cars 4, and I would not be surprised if they did that, because they really left a gap for that possibility at the end of Cars 3. From what I know, from what I could tell, I had not seen the movie again. I already told you guys that, but from what I could tell, just by looking at these pictures and reading the descriptions in this book, I can really tell you that there's a big possibility of a Cars 4 happening later on down the road. So yeah. But they also talk about like the Cars 2 carriages, which I'll try to find in here. They got the King in here, which is cool. Got like Diaco carriages in here. They got the stock cars from Cars 3 in here. Got stock cars from Cars 1, which is cool. Let's see if I can find Cars 2 carriages. Chick Hicks. There's a Cars 2 carriage right there. And there's Miss Frere right there. She's one of the Demolition Derby racers. Here's the Radiator Springs carriages. Ramon. Well, and Lizzie and Sally and all those guys. Frank. that we always saw at Cars 1. Otis from Cars 2. A lot of Cars 1 carriages. There aren't that many Cars 2 carriages in here, which I completely understand why they wouldn't. Here's a Cars 2 carriages. Francesco, Jeff Gorvette, Lewis Hamilton. It's just a World Grand Prix crew chiefs. They're all Cars 2. Welcome to Japan. The carriages from Japan, all those guys there. The Queen and such. The Prince. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But the London buses and all that. Aqua Topolino. Yeah, they got all these Cars 2 carriages in here too, which is great. For some reason, they didn't put Holly and Fanny in here, which kind of shocked me, but it's okay. They even put Professor Z or Grandma or Acer in here, which I don't mind, because I completely understand why, because no one likes Cars 2. Or at least most people did, because I know there's people out there that like Cars 2. So yeah, I should say everybody. I should say like most people didn't like Cars 2. And I can completely understand why they didn't put any of those characters in this book, or at least not that many. Because most people liked Cars 1 and now Cars 3. So yeah, that's what's in this book. I really like this book actually. So yeah. And I just want to let you guys know about those books and such. So yeah, because I forgot to mention them in my room earlier. And so yeah, so let's get into my studio. And so, as you guys can see, I'm going to go all my figures over here and here. And the reason being is because I'm going to put this longer shelf here underneath this one here. I go right about here. I'm going to put more of my figures there so I have more space for my figures because Black Series is going to keep growing. And so I got to make more room for them. And this one here, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this one exactly yet. But I'm thinking I'm going to put this one underneath this one here. I'm just not exactly sure yet. I'm excited to wait to see. Because I have another one in my room which I got to bring back down here. I just keep forgetting to bring back down here. So yeah, as you can see, I got some new bins, which I think are really worth it because now I got all my extra sets organized and such. And I can tell what's in them now. Because beforehand, I had them all in cardboard boxes like that, for example. And I can tell which sets were in which box. And so yeah, it really helps now. Because I got it now organized by like the Jabba and its pod racers and everything. The Bihar ships and everything. I got another bit for like the Rebel Alliance, Separatists, Resistance sets. And the other box, not the other box, the other bin, I got the First Order, Galactic Empire, Galactic Republic sets in there. So yeah, that's why, if you guys probably were able to tell that my shelves were a little cleaner than usual, than they ever were, it's because of this. So yeah, it really helped out with me a lot. And so guys, this is the new area over here. I got all my Cars posters hung up. I got the Cars 1 poster hung up, Cars 3, Cars 2, over this new TV, which I just got. And I'm going to close this door here into the other room because no one wants to see that. No one should want to know what's in there. It's like a mess in there. And so, yeah, I got my Xbox One console over there, my Xbox 360 console right there. And I got my games up against the this new TV, which I really love. Way better than the older one I had over here. And I basically play my Xbox games out here. And I played Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. I played Battlefront on here, Battlefront EA, the Battlefront 1 EA. And I played this newer game that just came out Tuesday that I got, Cars 3 Driven to Win, which I really like this game. I got it. I'm going to pull the other Cars game out here, this one here. These two games are basically similar. They're really close to being the same exact game. Cars 3 is really close to being the same exact game as Cars 2, but it's very different as well. Because I feel like the creators of this game, Cars 3 Driven to Win, borrowed the concept from the Cars 2 game and put it into this game, but not everything from Cars 2 is in here, which is good. It doesn't make me feel like it's a complete copy of Cars 2, which is good. It has some similarities in it, but the rest of it, but really, it's a new game, really. It's a really different game. It's a different game. It may say it's not the same concept and a gameplay feel to it, but it really has different stuff in there. But you guys are going to really have to play the game to understand what I'm talking about, or watch game walkthrough videos on YouTube of this game to really understand what I'm talking about, because it's not the exact same game as Cars 2. And I really liked Cars 2. Over time, I got way better at it, and now I'm like a master at Cars 2. The game, I'm like a master at it now. I achieved all the achievements that the Xbox 360 required, or was had on there for this particular game. I achieved them all. I got all the 50 achievements for this game, and now I don't know how many achievements are on this game. I have not looked yet, but I wish I did. I wish I really did, because I kept telling myself that I had to. I just kept forgetting to. Every single time I played the game, I always forgot to look and see how many achievements are on that game. And so yeah, But overall, really love Cars 3 Drive to Win. Really fun game. I have not completed the game yet, but I completed most of the game already. I've already had it since Tuesday this week, the 13th of June, and I've already completed most of the game. So yeah, that tells you how easy this game is, but it's really a lot of fun to play as well, along with your friends or family or whatever. So yeah, really fun game. So yeah, so not really much else to say here, guys, other than that. So yeah, so that's gonna be it, guys. So have this lineup of the Cars posters right there: Cars 1, Cars 2, and Cars 3. And just to let you guys know, Cars 3 is in theaters. In case you guys didn't hear me say that in the beginning of the update video, Cars 3 is in theaters now. It came out today, the 16th, and I'll try to see it this weekend, depending on how busy I am this weekend. But hopefully I'll be able to do that. Hopefully I'll be able to see this movie, because I'm really anxious to see Cars 3. I really want to see that movie as soon as possible, so I can get that movie review out for you guys, because I know you guys have been watching a lot of other movie reviews on Cars 3. And I've seen a lot of other reviews too, and a lot of people have mixed opinions about it. Like, they hated it, or they thought it was decent and okay, or they loved it. It's like a mix. It's not like one side here for Cars 3, because of the fact that Cars 2 was horrible for most people, and Cars 1 was decent or very loved. Or hated. I haven't heard anybody say they hated Cars 1, but I've heard people say it was decent or okay, or they loved it, which is good for Cars 1. It's a reputation of being an original movie of the franchise. So yeah. So that's gonna be it, guys. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below on my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next update video, or in the LEGO Star Wars 2016 summer reviews, which I'll be getting those sets soon. I do not have those sets yet. I know they've come out already like weeks ago, but I have not got them yet, because I've been preparing myself for Cars 3, so I didn't have the money to get LEGO Star Wars sets and Cars stuff at the same time. So I had to sacrifice something. So yeah, so hopefully soon I'll be starting to get the LEGO Star Wars sets, like 1 by 1 or 2 or by 2s. And I'll be shooting out those reviews for you guys as soon as possible, because I know you guys really like those LEGO reviews that I do. I know they go get that many views, but I know a lot of you guys like them. So yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, because for some reason my Disney Cars 3 ride music video has reached up to like 6,000 views. It is still growing. It's still getting higher. I'm shocked, and I think that's the reason why my subscription number went from 48 to 63. I think that's the reason why. And so I really appreciate that, guys. I really do. I thank you guys. I really appreciate that. So just be sure to subscribe, in case if you guys really like LEGO Star Wars stuff, or Cars, or the Cars movies, or Star Wars Rebels, Clone Wars, or even the Star Wars movies like The Last Jedi or The Force Awakens. And so yeah, so have a great day. Have a great day, guys. Bye. And I'll see you at the finish line for Cars 3.